Welcome to Business News Essay. Today we take a look at township business ideas and opportunities. South Africa's townships have always been a hive for entrepreneurial activity. However, the oversaturation of certain sectors has affected the chances of their success. These are typically sectors with low barriers to entry and low capital requirements. This is beginning to change as more entrepreneurs look to launch businesses in previously underexplored sectors, which could give rise to the next million-rand enterprises. Kabelo Selabalo, founder at Menzian Digital, a Ekurhuleni-based design and development agency that services township-based businesses, says that many of these trends are being driven by young, upwardly mobile Black professionals who are seeking greater convenience and service. Starting a business is always a risk, but pursuing one of these promising sectors can improve your odds. Selabalo shares promising sectors township entrepreneurs should consider stepping into. Social events have moved outdoors, with food markets being the leading contender in this market. The market trend has caught on in many townships across the country, with many entrepreneurs launching their own food markets or cookouts catering for that market. These entrepreneurs are catering to a young and trendy crowd that is increasingly looking for authentic experiences. Think food, fashion, and music. The growth of this trend has also meant that major brands are looking to partner with such events. The township market is beginning to see the emergence of new players in the towing service business. While still in its infancy, you have expertise in the space. Now is the perfect time to jump in before the market becomes oversaturated. Rental accommodation in the township is evolving to accommodate the young, working class looking for the privacy and amenities that complexes in urban areas offer, without leaving the township. These complexes typically take the form of simple bachelor or one-bedroom apartments, usually no more than 20 units, in a gated property, and some are even equipped with Wi-Fi. The demand is being driven by cheaper rent prices, as compared to urban areas, as well as convenience. We are likely to see more growth in ekasi mini complex, mostly around townships not far from areas such as Soweto and Tembisa. On-demand services continue to be a rising trend. The township marketing is embracing this trend in the form of laundry services. Just like the ekasi complexes trend, the laundry service trend is being driven by the quest for greater convenience, mostly by millennials. This market has grown significantly in the past few months, with companies in this space growing their offering and are starting to add a delivery option with branded vehicles. Josephine Mukwasa, owner of Mukwasa Creations, started her bakery in January last year in Kahiso Township in Krugersdorp after completing a 5-week baking course. In addition to baking for her customers, Mukwasa also hosts cake tastings on a weekly basis, not only to introduce a new product to her customers, but also for recipe development. Mukwasa uses a Kubeka bicycle that she has received from a bike project by the Kubeka, a non-profit company, to deliver smaller cakes, and an Uber to complete big deliveries on time. She says the target customer for her bakery includes individuals hosting events such as weddings, funerals, parties, gala dinners, and also office workers. Mukwasa says location for her township-based business is important. She also sells her products at fuel stations to take advantage of the foot traffic. Mukwasa says her setup costs were $10,000. This included equipment such as an oven, dough mixer, fridge, scale, silver steel butcher table, and a cake counter. Guests of MaMovie get to experience a low-budget cinema feel when they attend Kutawano Tlapane's pop-up movies and popcorn in Kahiso. To establish MaMovie, Tlapane had to access the following equipment: a PC with internet access, a 1080 horsepower resolution projector, a popcorn machine, a bicycle, a foldable plastic table, extension cords and plugs, an anti-theft bag, and a white screen. Big white fabric is used. Tlapane says she uses Facebook and WhatsApp to market her events because they are more cost-effective. Posters and pamphlets would be used sparingly to market a pop-up movie day over a long period of time until the day of the event. I would also make use of the community radio station to advertise. Currently, the prototype stage of movie screenings take place at home in the garage. In the long term, I wish to have movie screenings in the primary schools of Kahiso. It's a way for the schools to fundraise and for me to have a sustainable business, says Tlapane. Several township-based entrepreneurs spoke to SME South Africa in previous interviews about how they have collaborated with others to host events in their communities. These events help to generate brand awareness and provide an additional income stream for their businesses. Coffee shop owner Sikalela Debela of Siki's Coffee Cafe of Khayelitsha in Cape Town says he regularly hosts events in collaboration with other entrepreneurs in his community. For example, I hosted a ghetto session with a friend for a community-based poetry event. This was to connect people to one another. Letaba Makona, founder of a shoe and sneaker cleaning business, Walk Fresh, says they often host events with a classic township backdrop. We also have our own bi-monthly event, Don't Trip session, that we host at the shop, which is a music session centered around exploring alternative sounds, explains Makona. Makona says Walk Fresh has also been invited to business events and local soccer tournaments to exhibit their services. The well-known street clothing brand, Thesis Lifestyles founders added events to their brand in 2009. They host events like Thesis Social Jam Session, where local, unsigned artists and comedians were given a platform to showcase their talent. The owner of Black Lupe Arts and Couture, Sibon Gilantamain, is an artist who specializes in wall art, wall painting, photography, illustrations, and a tattoo and customizing clothes painted by hand. I started my business because a lot of people love art. They love to have their own sketched portraits, so I wanted to meet their wants and to set an example to other artists that you can go big with art, says Tamain. Tamain says he started his business with art supplies and a camera. His target customers are art galleries, schools, hotels, clubs, parties, and individuals. Tamain says he does online marketing to promote his business. Sifiso Moyo, founder and CEO of lifestyle retail outlet, The Box Shop, says tourism services which are in demand within townships are shuttle services, tour operators, and of course, accommodation. I don't think there is enough of Airbnbs here. Moyo also gave a list of tourism-related opportunities that he foresees will take off in townships. Moyo says that there are locals in the area that explore outside their community, so there are opportunities for entrepreneurs to create packages to assist them to travel outside of the location. Moyo also says that they hope that the Box Shop, which is based in townships, is known for as the go-to place to buy African wear. If you look at Dubai, people go there to buy. Airbnb experiences arrived in Cape Town in 2017 and rolled out in Johannesburg in 2018. Locals get the opportunity to be the expert showcasing cultural activities, with experiences centered around food, fashion, or physical and cultural activities. There are experiences from township tour walking in Cape Town and urban farming in Johannesburg, to cooking classes in Durban and photo shoots in the Bo Cop in Cape Town, as well as partying in a township in Khayelitsha in Cape Town and sandboarding in Port Elizabeth. Food deliveries became popular during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. This is as the lockdown, which had been put in place in March 2020, encouraged more people to start shopping online. We've seen some entrepreneurs take advantage of the digital trend and begin to offer courier and delivery services. From groceries and takeaways to chronic medication delivered on bicycle, there has been no shortage of innovative ideas. Other creative spins to this business model includes mobile spaza shops, personal shoppers, and the use of apps, such as Zulci on Demand or Bottles. Offer skills coaching, peer-to-peer tutoring, online learning, or online personal training to the less tech-savvy. This can be done via apps like Startwise, Za, WhatsApp, Zoom, or over video conferencing platforms. With many people working from home, some might need time away from their family members and may opt to work from an internet cafe instead. Job seekers can also make use of the cafe to update their CVs. For entrepreneurs looking to get into reselling, purchase items in large quantities where the unit price is lower than usual, and sell it at a reduced price to individuals, spaza shop owners, caterers, restaurants, butcheries, shiza-nyamas, and informal traders. A good idea is to start by servicing office parks and residential complexes that have a lot of rubbish to sort but may not have the time for recycling and sorting. You can charge for collecting, transporting, and sorting recyclable materials like paper and glass, and offer to help them to buy material like recycling bins to make your job easier. The biggest resource for this business is a Baki. Thanks for watching. That's it for today.